And next week, New Jersey Supreme Court will consider a case centering around whether a defendant's rap lyrics can be admissible in trial. It's a subject that's gotten a lot of attention. As we told you earlier this week, even the New York Times has taken notice, publishing this lengthy report on how the NYPD is examining rap videos posted online to build their investigation against suspects in gang-related crimes. It has sparked a debate over free speech and has gotten the attention of a number of well-known rap artists, many of whom have previously spoken out about this issue. And joining me now live is one of those artists who's taken notice of the issue, Bernard Freeman, more commonly known to all of us as Bun B. He's also served as a professor of religious studies at Rice University, where he lectured on the parallels between hip-hop and different faiths. Thank you so much for joining us on this one.
Thank you for having me.
Let me start by saying you have people who will say if someone goes on YouTube or has a rap song and they are speaking of a crime, in some cases murder, robbery, felons, and it turns out that it is true, why shouldn't that be used against them in court? How do you explain where this becomes a free speech issue?
Well, I mean, if someone chooses to incriminate themselves, then that's their own thing. I think that the problem is that, once we open this door to start just going through everyone's rap lyrics to try to find crime in there, I think that's where we have the problem.
And it's also interesting that this article in the New York Times just came out, but in reality, you, Chamillionaire, many other brilliant rappers, philosophers, people who really try to educate folks about the community and what they perhaps don't understand through ignorance. Why this is so important for you and others regarding the issue of free speech, and that in some cases it does boil down to simply profiling or police officers not understanding.
Well, we already know that racial or social, profiling is not acceptable in this society, but yet and still we still have issues like this popping up in place. As an artist, I want to be free to speak my mind, my opinions, my outlook on the world. If I'm speaking in hate against people, then that's a different issue. But if I'm just expressing my viewpoints about different things that I see in society, different things that I see going on in the world, then I don't see why there should be an issue with me expressing that viewpoint. And we see it in all forms of music, not just rap music. So why shouldn't we be able to speak our mind?
Absolutely, and I think that the obvious question or the obvious suspicion of the focus on rap is because you're talking about a music genre that's dominated by African-American males, inner city, and that lends itself to stereotypes.
Well, there's no, going around the fact that a lot of people that we see that are popular in rap music today do come from the inner cities, but most of them are speaking about what's going on in their inner cities and trying to let the world see a closer view of what's happening in their communities. A lot of people are upset with it. They're not proud of what's going on in their society, especially in the neighborhoods that they live in, and they want to speak about it. They want to let the world know how ugly it is in their everyday life, so that possibly once we shine a light on these type of things, we can start to affect change.
But I want to shine the light on something else that at least one of our staffers, I'm from Dallas, you guys are from Houston, which in Dallas, of course, we kind of say Houston is not Texas. Nevertheless, with that disclaimer, that's what we say. Listen, I understand you may be running for mayor in 2015. Those are the rumors out there. What's the truth?
I don't think I'm going to be able to run in 2015. It's just not practical. I haven't had any real experience in the political world. I would probably, if I would look to run for mayor, I'd probably want to start somewhere in city council, get the feel of local politics, get my hands dirty, so to speak. Not dirty, though, but, kind of, dip my feet in the water and get a feel for it.
Right.
Being the mayor of a major metropolitan city like Houston is probably not an easy job. I see our current mayor, Annise Parker, who just got married yesterday. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations to her.
Is doing a great job, but she does get a lot of backlash sometimes on the different things that she does, in spite of the things that she's trying to do. So it's not an easy job. I wouldn't take it lightly. So I might need a little bit more experience before I try to run.
Well, it sounds like you're ready. You got it down. You got a lot of it down. Well, I really appreciate you joining. And somebody on Twitter said, since I know nothing about the streets, I should be honored that you are on with me. But they just don't know, Big Bun B. They don't know. They've not heard my rap lyrics yet.
Oh, they don't know you about that life. Okay.
They don't know. Thank you so much. And thank you for laughing at my pretty lame joke there. Take it easy. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Still ahead, a Little League coach is suing one of his teenage players after he says the boy injured him during a victory celebration on the field. That's coming up in today's Gut Check. And I don't want any tweets about my Bun B interview and me not being hip enough.